agrees that this sets back the industry a good couple of years in terms of our reputation, the efforts we put in, and trust was damaged, not lost. So in this kind of tumultuous times, what we need to do is focus on rebuilding this trust. And I think people are way past.
So, hi everybody. The question on everybody's mind is Crypto.com going to be insolvent? Same as the FTX exchange, and we have seen what has happened with FTX. Now we have seen some shady things on chain happening with FTX. Now will the same happen to Crypto.com? Now everything started when a couple of people on Twitter began to notice very, very awkward on-chain transfers as regards Crypto.com, right? And they began to check as a result of the fallout of FTX.com, a couple of exchanges began to publish their proof of reserves. And while going through the proof of reserves, we saw that a couple of red flags in that of Crypto.com. Now, what caused the problem was Chris, who is the CEO of Crypto.com, posted this on November 13th, 2022, a day ago. A transfer that generated so much fraud and speculation on Twitter today were made over 3 weeks ago on October 21st to Crypto.com whitelist corporate account at Gate.io. Crypto.com proceeded to withdraw the funds back to its cold wallet after the following days. The entirety of the ETH was successfully withdrawn by Crypto.com and returned to our cold storage. Even though Crypto.com CEO have said to the media that business as usual continues after the revelations of the accidental 400 million transfer, Crypto.com CEO Chris sought to smooth investors' woes after the errant 400 million transfer shook users over the weekend. But more revelations are coming to light as Crypto.com CEO addresses the whereabouts of 1 billion in stablecoins, which was sent to cryptocurrency exchange FTX. Now, the CEO Chris says the firm has recovered much of the funds and has less than $10 million in exposure to FTX. During a live AMA session with users on November 14th, Chris explained that the firm sent large sums of stablecoin to troubled cryptocurrency exchange FTX to fulfill the liquidity within customers' orders at the time when FTX was still functional. Over a year, $1 billion was moved to FTX, and we recovered all of this. We only had exposure of under 10 million when FTX shut down, and FTX was a trading venue where this was one of the few trading venues where with decent liquidity for some coins, like the ones I mentioned earlier. During the session, Chris reassured users that the exchange was not halting withdrawals, and although a higher volume of requests had led to a backlog of customer service tickets, the Crypto.com chief then stated that only 3 coins, 2 of which are FTX tokens and the other one being a scrutinized tokens, currently have their withdrawal function suspended on the exchange. Chris has denied allegations that the exchange was using its native token Scroll as collateral for loans. He said, "We never used it. We have never needed to use it," he said, pointing out to the exchange has a very simple business that generates fairly decent amount of profit, opting to focus on that direction instead. Recall that this was the same kind of information we were told by FTX, right, and their CEO and all their boards before the crypto exchange became insolvent. Chris also addressed the rumor saying our platform is performing business as usual. Chris said in an AMA session posted on Twitter on Sunday, people are depositing, people are withdrawing, people are trading, and they're pretty much normal activity just at a heightened level. Chris participated in an AMA to address the weekend revelations that the exchange apparently inadvertently had dispraised $400 million to rival exchange Gate.io at the end of October. Funds were returned just in time for Crypto.com proof of reserve, prompting a lot of suspicion. Crypto.com token shared 20% of its values on the news, and at least $45 million have since been withdrawn from the exchange. Now, new information is coming to light from the Chainsaw on Twitter says breaking, a potential bank run on Crypto.com may be in progress. Nearly 90,000 unique transactions have been processed in the last few hours, suggesting that users are scrambling to get their funds off the exchange. If you could recall, the same thing happened to FTX and they had a insolvency issue. A lot of popular crypto influencers are already asking, I don't like to see it, but I think Crypto.com may likely fall. Another who is popular in the space, also called Chainlate God, also decided if you have assets on Crypto.com, it's likely to best withdraw. Best case, nothing happens and you can just redeposit. Worst case, you've avoided having your funds stuck. Even if there's 1% chance of insolvency happening, it's not worth withdrawing. Now, recall that we can't actually trust anything that is being said on the media. FTX, before its collapse to insolvency, told us everything was well, and they had a lot of billions that they could cover a lot of deposits, and they were actually depositing and transferring. We don't know if this is true, or this is not true, but as many Twitter personalities have said, it's better to be forewarned than to be forearmed. Not your keys, not your crypto. If you like the video, please click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, share it with your friends. Thank you and have a great day.